Have you ever wondered what would happen if the Earth, our home, suddenly stopped spinning? The planet we stand on is in constant motion, rotating at about 1,670 kilometers per hour at the equator. This rotation defines our days, our nights, our weather, and even the shape of our world. But if this fundamental motion were to cease in an instant, the consequences would be nothing short of apocalyptic. Imagine this: one moment, everything is normal. The next, the solid ground beneath your feet comes to a dead stop. But everything not bolted down: the atmosphere, the oceans, you, me, every car, every building would continue moving at that incredible speed due to inertia. The effect would be like being hit by a shockwave traveling at supersonic speeds. Anything on the surface would be scoured clean, flung eastward, and shredded into pieces. It would be the most powerful, destructive force imaginable. A global cataclysm that erases the face of the planet in a single, brutal moment. Simultaneously, the atmosphere, still moving at its original speed, would generate winds far more powerful than any hurricane ever recorded. These hyper-hurricanes would circle the globe, eroding landscapes and creating unimaginable friction. The heat generated would be immense, potentially igniting global firestorms that would consume whatever remained after the initial impact. The air itself would become a deadly, abrasive force, pulverizing everything in its path. The oceans would be equally catastrophic. Freed from the rotational forces that contain them, the massive bodies of water would surge eastward in a single, colossal tsunami. This global wave would wash over continents, submerging everything under kilometers of water. Land masses would be reshaped in an instant. The immense kinetic energy of the water would carve new canyons and obliterate mountains. Once the initial chaos settled, the water would redistribute according to gravity alone, pooling at the poles and leaving a new supercontinent wrapped around the equator. Earth would be transformed into a water world with two massive polar oceans and a single belt of dry land. With the Earth no longer spinning, our cycle of day and night would vanish. One side of the planet would face the sun for 6 months straight, while the other would be plunged into a 6-month-long night. The sun-facing side would be baked under relentless, scorching heat, with temperatures rising high enough to boil water and sterilize the surface. Life, as we know it, could not survive. The night side, conversely, would freeze, becoming an icy, desolate wasteland shrouded in perpetual darkness. The extreme temperature difference between the two hemispheres would create constant, violent storms along the twilight zone, the narrow strip of land between eternal day and eternal night. The very shape of our planet would change. The centrifugal force from rotation causes the Earth to bulge at the equator. Without this force, gravity would pull the planet into a more perfect sphere. This would trigger unprecedented earthquakes and volcanic eruptions as the crust shifts and adjusts to its new shape, further ravaging the already devastated surface. Furthermore, the Earth's rotation generates its magnetic field, our protective shield against harmful solar radiation and cosmic rays. If the rotation stops, this shield would weaken or disappear entirely. The surface would be bombarded with deadly radiation, making it impossible for any form of complex life to re-emerge. Even if it could somehow survive the initial cataclysms, ultimately, a stationary Earth would be an alien and inhospitable world. The familiar blue and green marble would become a scorched and frozen sphere, silent and still. It is a sobering reminder of the delicate and precise dance of cosmic forces that make our existence possible. The silent, steady spin of our planet is the unsung hero of our story, the rhythm that sustains all life. Thank you for watching.